What in the Betty Crocker methamphetamine ramen noodle eating Skittles shitting hell is going on today, guys? This is Johnny Johns here with the Sooner Magic Bros, letting you know that if you get offended easily, you should turn this video off. If adult language offends you, you should definitely turn this damn video off. This is going to be another video of Sooner Magic Bros.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Sooner Magic Bros!
Yes. Hey, we end up
Did you hear
with a
that?
win.
Did you hear that echo? We're outdoors
Hey, this ain't a
today.
backdrop. This is really my backyard right here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, man, hey,
Oh, we might
sometimes
have some dogs coming up
you
here.
could have visitors any moment out here. Deer, never know what the hell it might be. Pigs. I've had pigs, tear up some of my house one time. Couldn't
Dude,
figure
I
out what
almost got
happened.
eaten by some coyotes last night. We had a bonfire, and I swear, as soon as everybody left, I heard a bunch of coyotes like coming after me. And Brooke, even our sister, she was like, "Derek, do you hear all these coyotes?" Yeah, I swear to God, it was like 60 of them.
Right.
Like,
So,
oh yeah, we got to talk about football here.
Yeah.
So we got a
Okay.
football game today.
yeah. So, anyway, we play BYU. Big news that we need to talk about, man. Our boy, our soldier, our loyal soldier, Dylan Gabriel, man, DG gets hurt. We didn't even know he'd gotten hurt. Second half starts. We're stunned like all the rest of you was watching it. Our guitar player was at the game, and I think he was even wondering what was going on. You know, it seems like we know less when we're at the game. But he took a pretty bad shot near the 5-yard line trying to score. And what is it? What time is it?
It is action fucking
Jackson
time, baby.
So
Man.
we love DG. We love
Yeah.
DG, but we are happy to have. We're happy to see what Jackson Arnold does, man. And I know he missed that deep shot downfield, but when it really mattered, man, you can see the quick release that he has, and you can see, he's also really fast. And of course, there's gonna be a dog barking the whole
Yeah,
damn
but these
time.
aren't our dogs. They came
No,
from next
they
door.
come
I
from-
yelled a little too loud and they
I
got
know,
scared.
and now they're all
Okay, what was
coming
you
down
saying?
here. But anyway, if they can hear on this video, he come in, man, and hey, he played solid enough to win the game. But the biggest hero, in my opinion, is Billy Bowman, man. That was a huge fucking play. It was a 14-point swing, and if he doesn't make that play, dude, they score. And I mean, it's a 14-point swing, so they get 7 instead of us getting 7. We won by 7. That was huge. Hell, I really think it was the difference. I think they win by 7.
Yeah, me too.
If that don't happen, and in
Absolutely.
return we ended up winning by 7. So that play was huge. I would have loved to have had a play like that against Kansas or OSU, but we'll take it in this one. We're 9-2. I know DG, I guess we'll see if he for sure has a concussion. We have not watched the press conferences or anything. We were actually watching some of the USC game, and then we watched the end of that Michigan game. But a lot of people, it's that time of year, a lot of people are having to win some ugly games. And right now, it is what it is. I don't know if they're going to change the rules again on the tiebreaker bullshit. But as it sits right now, I mean, I think
I
it's...
do have something to say about that. Okay, the last video, it slipped my mind. We were talking about the tiebreaker, but it was before they did the rule change.
Right.
And I wanted to say, what is stopping the Big 12 from just like picking their 2 favorite teams anyways? Like, there really isn't any rule to keep them from doing that, right? Like, they could just pick 2 favorite teams, but then they do the rule change, and there was like 6 hours where all of us were like, dude, they're about to come up with some new rule to screw us, but they didn't. The new rule actually screwed Kansas State the most, but the rule does make sense. But also, what is stopping them from changing the rule again?
Oh, I know.
There's nothing to stop them. So
We really just needed to be a deal where we finish with 2 losses and the other teams have 3 losses. If Texas only has 1, so be it. But either way, I don't care how it works. We just needed to be a deal where we are the only ones with 2 losses. Maybe the other one has 2 losses, and then the rest all have 3. But if there is a tiebreaker situation, who knows how they change that rule. Any teams who are not going to be in the conference next year is also Not,
Right, they could literally, they're allowed to change that. Like, what is stopping them from just changing
Right.
it to no OU or Texas in the championship? So I'm not surprised about any of it, but
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like a cover also, like, because of the whole terrible calls that us in Texas have been getting, like a bunch of them, even in this game.
Yeah, no,
Like,
there was some shit. There was a few shit.
We're
calls
ready
that
to
it
get
really,
out of
like
this,
the fake,
man.
the
They're
the
ready
fake
for
punt.
us to get out, obviously, too. But it's just, it ain't right. But
So
what can you do?
well, okay, so I'm pretty sure it was 2021. I think it was I think Lincoln's last year was the year we found out we were going to the SEC, which is why everyone said SEC Dodger and all that about Lincoln. Okay, so we had to play 2021, 2022, and 2023. That's like getting a divorce and then having to live.
Yeah,
you still got to live together for 3 years, and then
again,
you pay for
another
the
big way
birthday
to put
party,
it.
and then they try to figure out a way where you're not invited to the birthday party right at the ass end of it that you paid for. So yeah, all of it sucks. Imagine getting a divorce, and I can't believe we've had to stay in there for 3 damn years after this news come out. Anyway,
I can't believe how much they've been getting away with that. They've definitely clearly fucked us on a few games, and I'd have to look at Texas games, but I've heard from Texas fans that they ain't been getting no princess treatments from the Big 12 refs at all.
yeah.
But
It seems like it's real bad when it's on the road games. It seems like they really get us on these road games. That the fake
When it
punt
ain't at
to
home.
Ethan Downs, man, that one really pissed me off. And I haven't been complaining about the officials to him. He's been really irritated about it. I've been the kind of guy.
I've been the champion for all this fucked up the fucked up calls, man. That just ain't ghost calls, and then not calling whenever it's blatant for us that would benefit us basically. And dude, you can't beat the team and the refs at the same time. I stole that from you earlier, but that's what I have been trying to find in my mind. Like, what is the best way to describe this whole situation? You can't beat the team and the refs at the same time.
Well,
and
we
it
did against
seems like
Iowa
that.
State though. We had there were some shit calls in the Iowa State game, but it didn't matter because we won 50-20. There were some
Right,
shit
doesn't
calls
matter in something
against
like that. But in a close
West
game, it does matter.
Go ahead. There were some shit calls in the West Virginia game, but we won that one 59-20. There were some shit calls in the Iowa State game, but we won 59-20. Iowa State, we won 50-20. Today there was some shit calls. We barely escaped it. Thank God for a Sooner Magic play from Billy Bowman. But there were some shit calls in the Cincinnati game, but it didn't matter because we won that one 20-6. So there's been some shit calls. We have to just go out there and smoke them. If it's a close game, we can't like if it's a close game, I don't feel confident we are going to get those calls in a close game. I feel like it's going to go to the other team. Like if it's a close game next week against TCU, I think even at home in Norman, I think TCU is going to get the good calls. So, but I hate using that as an excuse because I feel like we shouldn't have let it be a one-score game to begin with because now we're letting the officials make a huge call that determines the game. If we're up by 21 points, that huge call don't make a fuck. So we can't let it get to a point where the officials can make or break us. So that's always been my argument on it. But I am happy to get out of this shit conference. I'm not gonna miss it. I miss the early 2000s Big 12 days, man, when the conference was actually a really good conference. But yeah, some of this shit has been real nasty towards the end of it. It's definitely been a shitty ending for me. So
And I agree. I had agreed on that whole thing for my whole life that you can't let a bad call be the thing that loses you the game.
right.
But there has just been. I can't even count them all. I could go back and just look at all of them. And it seems clear to me they're ready for us to get out. We're ready to get out, but they don't want us in the Big 12 championship, and
Right.
it is very hard to overcome these ghost calls and non-calls. Even if you're Georgia or Alabama in their prime, it's hard to overcome some shit like that. Is my point. Like even if you're the best of the best, like the refs can decide a game.
In a close game, they can. Yeah.
In a close game.
Yeah, in a close game.
When it matters the most, absolutely they can.
When Billy Bowman had that huge run, I'm like, are you sure there's no flags? Are you sure?
I couldn't believe it.
There's no flags?
It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm like, are you sure there's no flags? And then on the damn, like, the two that really stick out to me, where I'm like, are you fucking serious? Now, some of them are our fault, like false starts. Those false starts, dude, we got to get our shit together. So it really happens on the road. Those are not on, that's not us getting screwed.
Yeah, no, not those.
But some of these calls where they're just so, like, 50-50, and they're, like, we make a huge play. Like, it seems like all the time we'll make a huge, usually if it's, like, Jackson Arnold makes the fucking huge, takes off on the quarterback scramble and picks up a big chunk of yards. And flag. Of course. I mean, I just knew there was going to be a damn flag. And it was a flag. Sometimes it'll piss me off. It'll be one that's away from the play. It don't even have shit to do. And they'll figure out a way. Oh, I think he grabbed that jersey a little bit right here. Or I think as he was blocking him, the guy turned around and he got him in the back a tiny bit. You'll see them do the same shit when our defense is on the field and it doesn't get called. That part pisses me off.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's the whole thing, man. Like, it's I've seen it a lot, and somebody could go back and like calculate all of it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now.
Right.
I think I'm right, man. The Big 12 is trying to fuck us as much as possible, and they've succeeded a little bit.
Right.
But
you know what, though? Hey,
we're still winning.
we still won today anyway. Fuck them.